Yes, sir. What's up, y'all? We are Gifted Eyez Podcast. This is your captain speaking. I'm Peter Pilot, also known as Pilot P, and I'm here with my co-host,
JD.
I'm here with my other co-host,
R3.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You already know what you guys got to do. Before we start, I want you to do 4 things for me. Number 1, hit the like button.
Bang.
Number 2, hit the subscribe button. Number 3, you got to hit the notification bell.
Yes, sir.
Number 4, follow us on every social media platform.
Please.
See, I'm respectful out here. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
But yeah, I was just eating some pistachios, so I'm trying
Pistachio.
to make sure I have no. Actually, I'm not gonna say it. I'm gonna sound kind of crazy. Crumbs, exactly. But the topic for today, we're gonna talk about energy. My energy.
Oh, that song was crazy.
That song went crazy. Summer 16.
Sweet Dog OG.
But yeah, we're gonna talk about energy, and the reason why we want to talk about energy is because everything's energy. At the end of the day, everything's energy. This table got energy. We got energy.
Yep.
The food you eat got energy. The sun is energy.
Not for real. Everything's energy.
Everything's
Yes,
energy. But yeah, so it's funny because me, I be on my Facebook. Yeah, I still rock with my Facebook. But I saw a post saying signs of high vibration. So we're gonna put it up for you guys so y'all can see it. So number 1, it says animals feel safe in your presence. Number 2, people stare at you in public. Number 3, random strangers love to come up to you and talk and tell you about their life stories. Number 4, you can feel the energy of the room shift when you walk in. Number 5, you irritate toxic people just by being your true and authentic self. So those are the signs of high vibration.
You agree with all of them?
Do I agree with all of them?
Yeah. I feel like I don't agree with number 4.
You can feel the energy of the room shift when you walk in.
I feel like that's the most real one.
You think so?
Yeah.
That's the most real one?
Oh, not for me.
Because you got to think everybody has their own different perceptions. You know what I mean? So you can assume that it shifted, but it could just be like that the whole time. You feel me? You know what I mean?
I see what you mean. But I don't know. I feel like certain people, some people just, they can walk in a room and they can brighten it.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? But some people could walk in a room, maybe not. Don't take it literally as a sense of them walking in the room. It's like their presence, what they say, how they act, everything's body language.
But do you think they know that? Because
like the person that's walking in?
Yeah. Do they know the room is shifting?
You know what it
changing,
is?
You know what I mean?
They probably don't know, but it says you could feel it. Like you can feel a change, but you can't really identify what the change is.
Because what it says is you can feel the energy of a room shift when you walk in. So it's making it seem like
you're, right.
you're feeling it, but you can assume. You know what I mean? I feel like someone else can see that you have, the energy has shifted when you walk in the room from an outer perspective. You know what I mean? But being an inner perspective, I'm not just going to walk in the room and be like, oh, the room just shifted. You know what I mean?
What happens when you walk into a room and everybody just is quiet and they stare at you?
Then yeah, it's like,
you know what I mean?
But that's more noticeable.
Yeah,
You know what I
and
mean?
then all you can do is assume. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, what are they talking about? They always talking about me, kind of thing.
That's fair.
But you know what I'm thinking about with something like that? You know how when you're at a party and the party's smooth, whatever, and then the life of the party, the person who usually turns things up, they walk in. And naturally, everyone's amped up.
Yeah.
They didn't even say anything or do anything. Their presence brings that type of energy. You feel me? So I think that's what it's trying to say. I don't know if that makes sense.
I mean, it's not that I don't think so. It's just I'm trying to really understand my perspective on this. Because I could imagine certain people when they walk in the room, they know. they know their presence is felt.
Yeah.
Positive or negative. You know what I mean? But like, I'm trying to think about in the positive sense, like, we all know people that have like great energy. You want them to come here. You want them to be a part of whatever you got going on. So like, those people, like, they, even if they don't add nothing else to the room, their energy could make a huge impact.
Yeah.
Like, those people are those people that like you can never forget. And those, like, you want those people around all the time because it creates a good environment. And then that environment will create something else. Like, even if it's just a priceless memory.
It's like you could have nothing, but that person just being there just brightens your day.
It could be the simplest thing. Y'all could just be chilling. And that energy makes it feel like it was worth more than money, to be honest.
Yeah, of course.
Way more. So like, that energy, man, like, even if you try to do that yourself, it takes a lot of work. If you're naturally not like that, like, if you're like, I'm more naturally calm, but like, if I was to, you know, try to bring more enthusiasm to a room, it takes a lot of effort. But like, I can tell, like, people like it. You know what I mean? Like, when you're that jolly person, like, you're like, yo, what's up? You're talking to everybody or whatever. Like, people like that because it's like, sometimes people need it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Some people need that type of energy in their life because you don't know what they got going on. So trying to brighten people's mood just by, you know, being that type of person is real. Like, I try to reflect good energy or try to project good energy because when you're like that, people will project it back. They'll reflect it back. So like, high energy, that's one of the most important things I feel like in a quality of a person as a quality.
And I agree with number 5. Toxic people, it irritates them.
Yeah, you be toxic, Richie.
Yo, okay. You be toxic.
How?
Huh?
How?
Just saying I'm toxic.
That's
that
what
makes you
say,
toxic.
right?
Yeah, that's what a toxic person would say.
So what's worse, me telling you or not telling you? Me not telling you is actually more toxic because I leave it.
JD3, Richie 0.
You're toxic. JD's just toxic. All right, I'm minding my own business. And he just.
This is toxic too.
Everybody toxic.
Yeah, they need to get it together, bro.
I be chilling, bro. I be vibing. You feel me? It's all about the energy. I just be vibing.
Yeah.
Some people just don't know how to vibe. Just cool.
Some people just want to ruin your vibe, like JD.
Yeah, God.
But looking at this list, I think animals feel safe in your presence.
Oh yeah.
Is a big one, but I also want to add babies. Animals and
Yeah,
babies feel safe in your presence.
Yep.
Because that's what babies rely on. They rely on energy.
Yeah, because they can't communicate.
Exactly.
The energy is the only thing they like can communicate.
Exactly. Like that's a great point. Like, they can't really express themselves the way that they want to because, one, they don't know how to yet, and two, I feel like they just don't have the skills to do it. But when animals and babies, they just, like, when a baby just knows, and I'll say like a toddler, when they're able to walk, like, they know, like, I feel like they can sense a good person and a bad person just naturally because that's what they have to rely on. You feel me? So they could just feel things out differently than like an adult. I feel like when you become older and become an adult, you start losing that intuition that you had as a baby or as a toddler. So animals and babies and like dogs, like, they can sense fear, they can sense good energy. So I feel like that's also an indication that, you know, you have really good energy or high vibration energy. So
yeah, that makes sense. That's kind of like with babies and just like animals in general. I feel like it's similar to people. Like, when you bring that warm, welcoming energy, animals will be amped. Like, when you do that with a dog, they be wilding.
Yeah,
like,
they love that. They love it.
Bro. So it's just, I feel like the same thing. But for like babies, I be feeling like babies be staring at me whenever I'm in public. Yeah. It's crazy. Like, I sometimes I know it's about to stare at me. And I'm like, what's good? What's up? I knew your man's just stared at me over there. I too, he was just looking at me. I knew he was coming.
Or when they turn around, they be like, like,
yo,
why he staring?
It's like, I see you staring.
Yeah,
like, say something.
Yeah, they don't
do
say
something.
Nothing,
Do
they just
something,
stare.
right? They just stare.
And then sometimes you get a little smile.
No, I don't be getting no smiles.
Oh, you don't get a smile.
I wish.
I be making funny faces.
Really?
Yeah, when the baby's looking at me, I always make a funny
I'd be
face.
scared because
I'd be
Look
scared.
at me.
Yeah,
Like,
what the?
Nah,
Yeah,
if they look at you making funny faces, then they're
if
like,
they
oh,
do
okay,
it, okay,
yeah.
nah.
Like I do that because if the baby's staring at me and I'm making funny faces, the parent's gonna laugh because you're making funny faces.
Mm-hmm.
see, it's either I stare back or I ignore it.
Yeah, they're gonna look at if you're staring at the baby, they're gonna look at you. Why you staring at my
Be like-
baby? You're like, your baby's staring at me first. Like, you feel me? So I can't take that out.
Imagine boo. Yo.
Yeah,
You say
baby-
boo to my baby?
Nah, that's crazy.
But yeah, I would definitely have to say, and not only that, I feel like animals,
Yeah.
they have different senses than us. Well, they have stronger senses than us. And I remember reading something about how you feel, you give off a certain aroma,
Mm.
and animals can smell that aroma.
But she smell like booty.
That smell like booty. That means I'm happy.
What?
Booty smell. If you smell like booty, you happy. You the happiest person
What
in
is
the
he
world.
talking
alright?
I don't know what you going on.
Alright.
Talking about-
You got an aura, huh?
You're evil. You smell like
I smell like flowers. You smell like booty. You stay over there.
you smell like skunk. You smell
You smell like it's
you
booty.
smell like dead animals.
Oh, Richie, you're gone.
Yo, right now your vibration's a little low right now.
Because he made it. He made it low. His toxic ass over here made my vibration low. I'm over here. I was having a good time, and then
Yo, something I'm like really thinking about right now is number 3. Random strangers love to come and talk to you and tell you their life stories. I want to say like random strangers come up to me, but like for an example, like let's say if I get a new coworker, if I get a new coworker, like when they're trying to get to know me and stuff like that, a lot of times I just be chilling at my desk and they'll come and they'll just talk about themselves. They'll be like, oh yeah, like I have a son, I do this, I do that, and mind you, I don't really ask because I try to like be respectful and like everyone's privacy is because at work you want to do your job and try to be respectful as much as possible, but once you get to a personal level, you don't know how everyone's gonna react. You feel me? So that's why you gotta pick and choose who you talk to at work and understand you can't share too much information about yourself. But there are people who are like genuinely like good people and they want to know more about you and stuff like that. But still, I try to be on the safe side, so I don't share too much. But at the same time, they're willing to just share information about themselves. And as a person who's very cautious on like with stuff like that, I'd be thinking of like, yo, why are you so open to share so much? But a lot of my coworkers that are around me, they'd be like, yo, people are always so comfortable around you. And I'm like, you see me, I just be chilling. They'd be like, I know, you just do your work. You say your ones and twos, and then you just be chilling and I'm like, yo, at the end of the day, I'm not really a judgmental person. And I think that's the energy I give off. You feel me? Like, if you tell me a story and if you need help, I'm gonna help you. And after that, like, I'll check up on you because like I want to see you succeed. And I think that's the energy I give off naturally because that's what I care for. Like I like helping people.
That's your aura.
I think that's my aura. No, Vo.
It's funny you say that because I feel like a lot of people vent to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, and I think it's the fact like my aura is just like, they know I'm not gonna. I feel like some people they want to just be heard. They just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They don't want nothing, no one to say anything. And, a lot of times like at work, stuff like that, where if I'm in public, I don't say nothing. I give that energy where, it's just, I just be sitting there. I'm just quiet. Yeah, I'm just quiet. And I feel like a lot of people vent to me because of that. They're like, oh, man, like at work, they'd be like, oh, this company's messed up, blah, blah, blah. And I just be like, the only thing I could say is, oh, damn.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Damn. You know what I mean? Damn.
I know
like,
this.
You know what it is? They need that. You
Yeah,
know
yeah. But sometimes it's like, man, like, there's been a couple times people vent to me and I'm like, man, they had it rough. Like, what can I say to like, lift their spirits up, something like that. And like sometimes I just be like, damn. But man, you gotta keep it moving. But sometimes I'll be able to say something like, just keep moving. You know, sometimes life.
Keep your eyes on the prize.
If life gives you something bad, just know it balances out. You'll get something good. Later on.
Yeah.
Something like that.
That's real. Like you try to do as much as you can in that moment.
Yeah, that's how I think about life. You know what I mean? Like, if I get 10 things bad that happen to me, I know 10 good things are gonna come later on.
To balance.
Because life balances out. Yin and yang, all that. Stuff like that.
That's tough. That's. I like that mindset. Anything else you want to add to energy? Oh yeah, I do got a story to tell. But anything you want to add?
Nah, not really.
I would have to say, when it comes to dating,
It's so funny. That's the story. Well, keep going.
Energy is a very big thing.
What do you mean?
That's where you get your red flags and your green flags. You know what I mean?
Nah, for real, that's a good point. That's a good point. Elaborate, my boy. Elaborate.
You should know the red flags.
Give me an example.
I mean,
I feel like you don't be going after. You don't be following the red flags.
But don't forget, he's.
Nah.
But he's
used to.
The green flags.
But he's been cut for how?
Like 3 years.
Yeah, before he's back in his wild days.
What?
A young
But
chimp.
don't forget the game changed though.
But listen, all I have to say is
3 years ago.
I know my green flags.
Mm-hmm.
Physical touch, that's a green flag. If you're a shorty, and, whoever you're dating, the man, he touches you, that means, he's trying to, get to know you. If, if you're a man, if you're a man and shorty touching you, she want to hold your hand, boom. Physical touch.
So affectionate.
Green flag. Okay. That's a green flag.
Affectionate.
You know what I mean? Red flag, shorty pull away. That's a red flag. Know your boundaries.
Know your boundaries.
No means no.
No means no.
Stuff like that. Eye contact, that's a big green flag. That means, she's very interested in, your convo. Or he's interested in your convo.
Engagement.
Red flag, she or he, they're not really paying you any mind. They're looking somewhere else. That's a big flag, red flag.
Yo, you should become a dating coach, bro.
Nah, it's not.
You seem like a
That's not my passion, cuz. That's not my passion. What's your red and green flags?
Let me think.
You're a red flag within itself. You're just a red flag. All right?
I just be waving that. I just be waving it. Waving it.
Red flag.
Now, let me think. Red flag, man. This is just like what we talking about earlier. Energy. If your energy's off, like that's the biggest thing for me. Like, if
what is something that will like throw a person's energy off?
Attitude. I hate attitude. Yeah. Attitude for no reason. You know what I mean? Like, if you have attitude for something happened, I get it. I understand. You're mad. Whatever's going on is going on. But if you just have an attitude out the jump, you know what I mean? Like I feel like I come across as a calm person. So like if you come in with crazy energy, like what's up? Like that's a red flag. Bang. It's clipped. It's done. Like there's no point of me even continuing. You might still be a good person. You might have had an off day, but I take that. That's a red flag for me. I don't need too many. I don't need that flag to be too big. I just need to see
didn't go good.
Trial didn't go good. But a green flag, the easy answer would be saying great energy. But another one for me would probably be like I could tell you respect yourself. Like you have self-respect for yourself. Like in terms of dressing, how you take care of yourself, just how you move in general is like, okay, I like how you put together. So I mess with that. You know what I mean? But yeah, there's a lot of components to like somebody being fit or not fit for you.
I feel like energy has a lot of ways, like body, movement. That's a big
body language.
Like what the energy, stuff like that. What your energy is talking about, like is she facing me? She facing away?
That's a
kind of thing.
Facts.
Stuff like facts. That. that tells a lot because energy is literally just all that.
That's a great point.
Yeah,
One, you
bro,
know?
energy's everything.
Yeah, it really is.
How about
Energy's
you, P?
everything.
What's green flags for you?
Green
I know some of
flag.
your green flags.
Cool it.
I know his green flags. Richie.
Cool it.
We know your
Green flags.
Oh.
I think.
If you know his green flags. But yeah.
Oh my god. All right, so I think one green flag, especially in terms of energy, I would say if you're like patient, I think people who are patient and people who like take time understand like they need to get like the full scope of things and they don't jump to conclusions. Like people who don't like women who don't jump to conclusions, because 99.9999% of y'all jump to conclusions. But women who don't jump to conclusions like initially, I feel like they just understand people on a different level than most. Like they understand like again, energy is everything. So they understand that because I'm in this like situation, that doesn't mean I'm that type of person automatically. Like they want to see they can see the bigger picture, if that makes sense. So just being patient and just understanding. And I think that ties in with like femininity, because that's what I look for, number one, in women. So everything that has to do with feminine energy, I think it's just, so feminine energy is just one big green flag, but there's so many different like topics you could talk about in feminine energy. So it's like a bunch of green flags in one big green flag. So if I just had to sum it up, feminine energy, and then if I had to do the opposite, red flag, masculine energy. It's that simple, you know what I mean? It's really that simple.
Well, she like, what's up, my boy?
Let's get G.
What up, G?
New York. Nah, the thing is, New York shorties are cool until they get mad. And once they get mad,
Why you getting mad?
word to my moms. I'm like, nah, you
Word to
got
my
that.
mom.
Nah, you got that. But like, yeah, feminine energy.
See, one thing I would have to say, one red flag that I don't like is when a shorty isn't up front. Like, something bothered her, and, you know, she's like, oh, it's fine.
She wants you to read her
But
mind.
yeah, it's obvious. You know, like, I'm not a detective. I'm a mechanic. I see what's out in front of me, all right? If a car
That's
needs,
real.
Out, so you can figure it out.
you know what I mean? If a car needs
Well, he needs
new
the tools.
tires.
Give him the tools and he'll figure it out.
Nah, facts.
If he don't got the tools, he can't figure it
but
out.
if-
That's
listen,
valid.
if a car needs new tires, you can see it needs new tires. You know what I mean? So it needs new tires, all right? But it's not, oh, the tires are fine. Oh, yeah, you know, and then boom, when that shit falls out of place, you know,
You should have told
now,
me.
you know,
Yeah.
oh,
You should have knew.
yeah, you should no.
That's not
Like,
how life
be
works.
up front. I like, you know, that's a green flag when you're up front. Like, this is what I want. Or you made me feel this way. I didn't like it, blah, blah, blah. Or, you know, boom. I like that. Because I'm up front,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah,
fair.
that's real.
You know, I don't like this. Boom. I don't like it. Don't say, it's fine, blah, blah, blah. And then later on, you made me feel the, no. Nope, mm-mm. Nope, not
Richie. Richie. Don't be keep making that
Why
face.
you crying? That's how you cry? That's how you cry, cuz?
That's the situation.
Well, yeah, but
You don't cry?
I cry.
Alright, so what's up?
I sniffle. Yeah, you know. You cry?
Nah.
You cry. I seen you cry.
Cried like a couple days.
I saw you cry when KB took your keys, cuz. Why you keep my keys?
He broke my keys and stole my car.
How you break your keys?
They don't work.
What do you mean they don't work? You stick
It don't
in.
work.
What you mean?
It's broken. Not valid.
How
Nah,
did
he
it not
didn't break
work?
No, I'm kidding. He didn't break my keys, but he stole my car. I
You
gotta
can
get
steal
it.
your car.
He stole my car.
He turned it on and
It was
rolled.
not parked in the same spot.
He
so it was
rolled up
stolen.
quick.
Huh?
You wasn't even worried that he was a little figgity bent. You wasn't even worried about that.
Yeah, you're
Wildin'.
Yo,
He just moved it a little bit.
yo, who do you work for, bro? Are you really a mechanic? Your energy is
No,
telling me
I'm
you're
not
not
a
a mechanic, bro.
I'm not a mechanic.
That's crazy.
I'm a
KB, bro, stop
I'm a
stealing my
spy.
car, bro.
See, you're talking about stealing, figuring.
He didn't
Yeah,
steal.
I don't know
KB
anything about
KB
anything, bro.
KB, I was there. He cried because you took his keys.
I did cry.
I can see that too.
KB
When? But yeah,
was
so I guess it's a quick story. Nothing too crazy. Nothing crazy. So I remember I was talking to the shorty, you know, on and off again, whatever, you know, we update each other. So we were sitting.
KP?
Relax. We were sitting in the car, right? You know, in the car conversations, and you know, we were just updating each other with like what we're doing and stuff like that. And then one thing she told me, she was like, "Yo, your energy's off." And mind you, I was going through something like very personal, and she was like, but the thing is, I'm really good at suppressing my negative emotions.
Okay.
So I was going through something personal, and then she was telling me, like, she was like, "Yo, your energy's off right now." I was like, "What are you talking about?" She was like, "Yeah, like, I don't know, but I feel like something's on your mind or something's like hurting you." And I was like, "Damn, like, I thought I was doing a really good job suppressing, but the thing that was
you
like,
failed.
yeah, the thing that was like literally like on my mind, it was something crazy. So I was like, damn, and then, you know, we talked about it, whatever. And then literally like a couple of days later, I was dropping my cousin off at the grocery store. And she was like, "Yo, your car, if the energy in the car feels off." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" She was like, "Yo, I don't know if it's you or the car. Something's off." And then the shorty I was talking to before, I texted her. I was like, "Yo, my cousin said the same exact thing that you said. It's kind of weird." And that's when, like, usually I have really good energy. And, like, I thought I'd put on a great mask. Like, I thought I covered it well. But if both people are saying, like, your energy's off, it's, like, it's not, it doesn't feel good, then, like, that's when I realized, like, I have to do something like for myself. Like, I gotta like do some. They both say I gotta do some spiritual cleansing or whatever. I just went to boxing and then released all that energy, and I felt a lot better.
That definitely makes sense. Like, it's important to really be like self-aware of your energy, especially when you're going through stuff like that. So, I totally feel that. But yeah, do y'all have anything else to say? I was thinking about anything else.
No, just remember, you're not behind in life. Just keep moving forward.
Keep your eyes on the prize.
We are Gifted Eyez Podcast. Peace.
Never happen.